The fundamental principles of respect and understanding stay strong in a world where female harmony is necessary for a stable society. Healthy relationships are shaped by these guiding principles, which also open the door to cooperation and empathy. Imagine a society in which the kind wisdom of Zen and Buddhist teachings is applied to embody these ideals, rather than just discussing them. Today, we will go deep into these ancient concepts to discover how they can provide priceless insights for cultivating meaningful and respectful relationships. Welcome to a place where the principles of kindness, awareness, and stability show us the way toward happy partnerships. Its lessons are broad and its wisdom profound. Join us as we explore the depths of Zen and Buddhist knowledge and learn about its eternal relevance to the current struggle for gender equality and understanding. Do not objectify. In the context of relationships, it's simple to fall into the objectification trap, in which people are degraded and reduced to nothing more than physical forms. Our natural tendency to view people only through the filter of their outward appearance could hinder our capacity to form genuine connections. Buddhism views this objectification as in opposition to its basic teachings of compassion and understanding. Buddhism provides a reminder to look past appearances and acknowledge the true worth and worthiness of every person. It teaches us to develop a more profound awareness, one that recognizes the person for who they are on the inside, their special essence and fundamental attributes. Here's the path to conscious appreciation. Zen practice. Every instant presents an opportunity to completely connect with the present, to observe without judgment or decision-making according to Zen philosophy. In relationships, we also use this thoughtful approach to how we see other people. Zen advises us to value a person's ideas, feelings, and behaviors in their whole rather than becoming mired in snap judgments. It challenges us to pay close attention, to be totally present with the one in front of us, and to acknowledge their complete humanity. By engaging in this activity, we reject objectification and adopt a more considerate and all-encompassing relationship style. So let us keep in mind the wisdom of Zen and Buddhist practice while we negotiate the intricate details of relationships. Let's make an effort to see past outward manifestations and respect each person for who they truly are. By doing this, we create an environment free from the limitations of objectification, one of genuine connection and understanding. Avoid dominance-power dynamics can occasionally lead to imbalance and conflict in the dance of relationships. The harmony necessary for a good connection might be upset by the need to rule or take control. Buddhist teachings clarify this by highlighting the values of equality and compassion. Buddhism's idea of metta, or loving kindness, instructs us to approach people with compassion and empathy in our hearts. This involves appreciating and honoring the individuality and dignity of one another. By accepting these lessons, we can learn to negotiate partnerships in which neither partner tries to control the other or impose their will. Let me introduce you to the Zen way of peaceful relationships. Zen encourages us to give up our desire for control and to accept the flow of the here and now. This is being receptive to the wants and viewpoints of the other person in a relationship without attempting to control them. Zen teaches us to listen carefully, using all of our senses, not just our ears. By doing this, we establish a setting free from fear of dominance or judgment, allowing both people to express themselves honestly. Let us therefore bring the knowledge of Zen practice and Buddhist teachings with us as we travel through the landscapes of relationships. Let us foster an attitude of loving kindness in which equality and compassion dominate our relationships. By doing this, we can create connections free from the shackles of power and dominance, based on respect and understanding for each other. Resist impulsive reactions. While under pressure, it's simple to respond hastily and allow feelings to rule the situation. However, what if we chose to answer with consideration and clarity rather of jumping to a conclusion right away? This is the difference in how relationships work between reacting and responding. Responding requires a purposeful and thoughtful approach, whereas reacting is frequently motivated by temporary emotions. Buddhist mindfulness techniques are incredibly useful for controlling emotions. We can learn to examine our thoughts and feelings without acting on them right away by practicing mindfulness. We can answer with knowledge instead of impulsively by pausing and thinking everything carefully. Buddhism teaches us to establish a distance between objects and response through techniques like meditation and mindful breathing, giving us the ability to choose our relationships carefully. Here come the Zen methods for developing patience. Zen encourages us to meet each day head-on, no matter how difficult it may seem. In the Zen setting, patience is an active practice of accepting and understanding, rather than passively waiting for anything to happen. Zen teaches us to value the process of growth and transformation and to let go of the demand for instant gratification. So let's keep in mind the teachings of Zen patience and Buddhist mindfulness, while we negotiate the ups and downs of relationships. Let's choose to respond with patience and mindfulness in place of jumping to judgment. By doing this, we make room for more meaningful interactions and understanding between people, building relationships based on awareness and purpose. Reject toxic masculinity. The phrase toxic masculinity, which is frequently used but not generally understood, describes damaging social pressures on males to keep a strict and limited set of standards. These expectations frequently involve dominating others, displaying aggression, and repressing feelings. Wide-ranging effects of toxic masculinity include strained relationships, emotional detachment, and even violent acts. Buddhist teachings, on the other hand, present a novel interpretation of masculinity that views empathy and sensitivity as virtues rather than flaws. Buddhism tells us that genuine strength comes from being able to communicate our feelings without feeling guilty or afraid. Men can develop stronger relationships with others and themselves by accepting vulnerability, which promotes empathy and understanding. Do not disregard communication. Enter the concepts of inner power and balance found in Zen. According to Zen philosophy, being a man is about establishing harmony both inside oneself and with the outside world, not about violence or power. Men are encouraged by Zen to develop inner strength by meditation and introspection. Being balanced and grounded, capable of handling life's obstacles with grace and resiliency, is what it means to have inner strength instead than dominating others. So let's look to the teachings of Zen and Buddhism as we tackle the problems caused by toxic masculinity. Let's embrace vulnerability, empathy, balance, and inner power instead of the damaging preconceptions that confine males. By doing this, we establish a society in which men are free to be who they truly are without being constrained by harmful expectations, and in which sincere understanding and connection are the foundation of healthy relationships. Communication is the thread that connects understanding and connection in the fabric of relationships. Essentially, active listening is just as important to good communication as speaking. To listen actively is to give your whole attention to what the other person is saying, without passing judgment or interjecting. Buddhism focuses a strong emphasis on right speech, which is defined as speaking in a compassionate, truthful, and sensitive manner toward others. Equally important, though, is the component of right understanding. This teaches us to listen intently, to hear what is being said, and to comprehend the feelings and viewpoints that are being expressed. We provide the groundwork for courteous and transparent communication by engaging in right speech and right understanding practices. Let's look at some Zen techniques for improving communication and connection. Zen teaches us to listen with our entire being, not just our ears, and to be really present in our interactions. This entails being aware of the subtleties in tone, expression, and body language. Zen also encourages us to let go of the impulse to always fill the empty space, making room for introspection and a more profound comprehension to manifest. So let us keep in mind the value of attentive communication and active listening as we navigate the ocean of relationships. Let us aspire to embody the Zen practices of profound listening and presence, as well as the Buddhist teachings of right speech and right understanding. By doing this, we build relationships based on empathy, respect, and sincere connection. These guidelines provide a path forward for creating connections that are based on genuine connection, respect, and understanding. We encourage you to put these lessons into practice in your everyday contacts as you work through the challenges of your own relationships. Recall that relationships need maintenance and care just like gardens do. These Zen and Buddhist precepts help us to sow the seeds of empathy, compassion, and respect for one another. Let us establish areas where understanding grows and harmony develops. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "You must love in such a way that the person you love feels free." Let's make an effort to respect each person's distinct essence by modeling this freedom in our relationships. If you thought this video was enlightening, please hit the like button and tell others about it. If you want to see more knowledge from the fields of Zen and Buddhism, please subscribe to our channel. Let's travel together in the direction of happier, healthier partnerships. We appreciate your participation in this exploration with us. I hope and pray that you have relationships full of love, understanding, and tranquility.